Ah, man. Crazy. Crazy. You can't blame us, bro. You cannot blame us, bro. This world is broken. Trust is gone. The family dynamic is gone. You cannot blame us, bro. You cannot blame us. We are literally the ones trying to continuously do what's right. We are the ones trying to put it together. And when we do try, it fails. And when we try, it fails. So you can't blame us of this mess that we're in. We are all in this mess. All of us. Look at the world. Look at what people's doing. There's like the few people percentage-wise. Like there's a lot of people together thriving, doing what's right. But the percentage-wise on Earth is very, very small. And kudos to them. Because they're doing it right. And that's what we're going to keep doing. We're going to keep doing it right. And you know what we got to do? We got to stay single until things are going to go right. And you know what? For all the crazy shit that goes on in this world, from all the crazy shit that women do, we end up getting hated on it for it. It's like it's our fault. Because when they go on and do the crazy stuff they do, yes, the crazy stuff y'all do, we end up getting blamed later on. And you know why? Because we don't want them no more. At least we don't want them like that. We don't want to commit. Why? Because you're nothing more than an embarrassment at this point. It's like, we know who you are. We know what you've done. That's embarrassing. Imagine walking around a mall or a grocery store or going to the gym with that person, them by your side. You want a committed relationship with a person like that? You gotta be kidding me. Nothing more than embarrassing. People's gonna be looking at you, bro, literally giving you a smirk. Because they know as well as you what that person's like, what that person's done. But this is a sneaky, snaky world and slimy world that we're in today. And we end up somehow getting blamed for this shit, bro. We get hated on by society. Sometimes even other men will hate on us, bro. Oh, just take her, bro. You're an asshole, man. Just date her, bro. Just give her a chance, bro. You gotta be kidding me, boy. You gotta be absolutely kidding me. A man with a standard is a man who is hated today in society. I have a standard, and it's not gonna be broken. I will die before that standard is broken. It's not gonna happen. Literally not gonna happen. Don't even try. Save your time. Because you're already done. You're already disqualified. Out! You're out. No more chances. No more trust. Nothing. And like I said, A man with a standard today is demonized. But women can run around causing havoc, manipulating, doing the craziest stuff known to man. And whatever they do is praised. If we do what's right, we're hated. If they do what's wrong, they're praised. If they do what's right, they're praised. If we do what's wrong, we're demonized. If we do what's right, we're demonized. I swear to God. Like, being younger, you never could have predicted this to happen, this to be this way. And if anyone does not believe what I'm saying right now in this video, I'm telling you right now, you're either a woman and you're just biased and you're just stunned out of your mind and you have no idea what these modern women are like, and majority of women today are like. You have simply no clue. Simply none. You're probably from Tennessee or some shit in the back earth of nowhere. Like, you're probably clueless. Because this is what it's like. If you want to deal with a younger, prettier woman today in modern society, right? If you want to deal with one of those women, right? That you have a standard for as far as what your standard's for. The chances of that going smoothly is slim to above none, which means none. You will be devalued by somebody who is lesser than yourself. And that's the kind of process you have to go through. You just can't win today in relationships when it comes to the modern man. It's that bad. And you know what? Like, later on, bro. Later on. A whole lot of them is gonna want to do what's right, but they've already done so many things that was wrong. To the point of no return. You cannot take back what's happened. They expect us to take on some damaged female who was far out of her prime, who we don't want, who we're not even aroused by or attracted to anymore. Maybe at one point we were. Not anymore. She's not the same person. We are never the same people. I'm not the same person I am right now that I was last year. I am different right now than I was last year. We're never the same people. You're either going to get better, you're going to stay the same, or you're going to get worse. These individuals, when they're at their best, they ruin themselves. Because they think they're the best, right? They think they're the best. They think it's going to be that way forever, not knowing what's coming. Not knowing they're going to get a little bit older and less appealing in the eyes of high-value men. That might sound harsh. That might sound, oh my God. It's just the fucking truth. But guess what? If we can have you when you're that, and you are not the greediest person on planet Earth, you're not going to play all these games. You're not going to go and get destroyed by everybody else. We get you when we want you, we will have you forever. That's kind of how it is. And if it's not that, any man with value is not gonna mess with any of these types of females on a serious note. Ever. And we get the blame for this. I'm only talking what's real right now. I don't care whose feelings hurt. I don't care what's going on in anyone's mind right now. This is the truth. And you guys that are on my channel consistently know I speak nothing more or less than the truth. It's just the truth. It's not even my opinion. This is what it is. And we get hate for doing what's right. We obviously get hate for doing what's wrong. Oh, he's this. Oh, he's done this. Look at him. Even if you do what's right, you're a man with a standard. How dare you is what they say. How dare you reject me? How dare you not take her up? How dare you not let her, some 304, come into your life and ruin your life? You should just let her. You gotta be kidding me, mate. You gotta be kidding me. But this is what we get. And through all this shit, bruh, you only gotta get lucky once. Because you can land on the right thing that's ideally good. The right thing that is ideally good is probably even more rare than a high value man. High value men are rare. I think the right woman is even more rare. There's lots of pretty out there, but pretty and crazy ain't gonna cut it. Pretty and 304 ain't gonna cut it. You're automatically disqualified from being a high value woman. Automatically. So pretty and sane and everything else, like your type and sane, is rare. But you only gotta land once. And that's the plan. There's no other plan. There's no other choice. There's not. There's no other choice. You have a 304 past, disqualified. You don't have that look that when I see you and look into your eyes, my pupils dilate because you're very attractive to me. And there's other women that don't even look bad that it's just still not my type. And it's the same with myself and other women. There's some women, I'm just not their type. Some women don't like muscle-bound guys. They like kind of a skinnier, weaker type of guy. I'm not even joking. Like, everyone has a type. I have a type. I can't do nothing about it. You have a certain type. There's a female that has a certain look. You look into her eyes and your pupils literally dilate because what's in front of you, you're just aroused by. You're just attracted to. There's no explaining. And there's even some females that are pretty good looking and there's nothing wrong with them, and it's just like, it's just not your type. It's just the way it is. It's just simply the way it is. So, if it's not that, and they're saying, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. There's nothing else. That's the only choice. And I've landed on this type of person that had the attraction many times. Some even were a little bit sane. But things happened, situations, circumstances kind of took that apart, and people moved and whatnot, and that's what it is. And some of them had that look, but they were fucking batshit crazy, and you figure that out. I'm literally breaking this down to the best of my ability to make everybody understand how this works. Because this is how it works. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's this, and it's always going to be this. There's no budging, there's no bending, there's no breaking, there's no folding. This is what it is. Nothing's gonna get in the way of it. Nothing's gonna stop what is. It's that or it's nothing. And it's gonna be that way forever. That's the way it's going to be. This is my standard. This is my standard. I know who I am. I know exactly who I am. And I know what I deserve. Other guys, even some of my friends, their standard is not as high as myself because they don't hold themselves to the high regard that I do. They just don't. They'll take more of less of not anything but a lot lesser of what I will, of what my standard is, if that makes sense. There are certain things, bro, that's just unacceptable. Men like myself are hated the most, loved and hated the most, but we get a lot of hate. And it's mostly from all these damaged dweebs in society. Even a lot of these girls that might be pretty, but they're damaged and they do crazy stuff all the time, thinking they're so cool in their prime and all that. They even hate guys like myself because they can't get over on me. They can't get over on guys like me. They cannot have their way with me. They cannot manipulate me. They can do absolutely nothing, and they're gonna have to relinquish their power. Oh my God, yeah, you're actually gonna have to be vulnerable. Oh my God, yeah, you're actually gonna have to be like good to me, nice to me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes, that's how it's got to be. You think I'm just gonna let you say whatever you want, do whatever you want, treat me however you want, disregard me, disrespect me whenever you want, and I'm just gonna be there all the time. You got to be out of your mind, but this is what they do. Because there's so many people at their feet, they feel entitled to do these types of things. They feel entitled to do those types of things, including yourself. So when you don't let it happen, when you don't let them have their way, they hate you for it. They are still aroused by you, but they hate you and they love you, and it's that hate-love thing, and they'll just never do what's right on their end. Ever. Because they cannot relinquish any power at all. They cannot meet you halfway at all, and that's how shit works. It takes two. And they're just not gonna do it. A lot of them are low-key insecure. They're just not gonna do it. They'd rather act the way they act. They'd rather do the stuff they do. Why? Because there's no consequence for them. There's no risk for them. But guess what? If you don't risk it for the biscuit, you don't get the biscuit. Risk it for the biscuit. You gotta take a risk. Any guy alive that's gonna invest into any female is gonna take a risk. That's what it's about. If you don't take a risk in business, you don't have a business to begin with. You're not gonna do anything. If you don't risk talking to somebody in the opposite gender, getting something going, you're not gonna get anything going. You got to take a risk. And then again, if you know what a woman's past is like and you know who she is, you know what she's done, you've even heard things from other people and you know things yourself. That's not a risk you should be willing to take. So don't take that risk. But if something new is going to present itself, you can take a risk. You can take that risk. You can see how it's going to go. You can talk, and if things are not going so well, then you got to cut that off. Or else things are going to end bad for yourself. You cannot tolerate disrespect. You cannot tolerate anything. Once it starts, you put an end to it immediately. I don't care if you were talking to her for a month and she was so good, so nice, and all of a sudden those things start, you pull back. I don't care if you were talking to her and things were good for one day and then all of a sudden the next day it's complete opposite, you pull back. You do not tolerate anything, bro. Nothing. You don't tolerate nothing, because guess what? They're going to continue to test you. They're going to continue to do those things. They're going to see how much they can get away with. Guess what? You can't get away with nothing with me. Nothing. I ain't going to give you an inch, because if I give you an inch, you're going to try to take it a mile. And that shit ain't going to happen. And when these things happen, you're going to see other things from her. Is she going to realize, oh shit, this guy's a real one. Oh shit. This guy knows his worth, his value. Oh shit. And start to act right. She might. which would be good. And then you can go a little bit further with it, but you also have to test them. And a lot of the time, they really believe they're the only ones doing the testing, as if you can just or she can just have you. Like, no, you have to test these women yourself. Like, if they're like, the best way I'll explain this is reciprocate energy. Even any women with any guy. If some guy's playing games with you, reciprocate energy. Don't keep doing more. Don't keep trying. Don't keep trying. Don't try something new to get him. Don't do any of that. Reciprocate the energy. That's what anybody must do when dealing with somebody new or anybody at all. Reciprocate that same energy. If they go from treating you real well to then just like, boom, complete opposite. You do the exact same thing. If they want to roast you, you roast them. And I don't care if you're the guy roasting this girl, roast the ever-living panties right off her. And I don't even mean in a sexual way, I'm just being funny. Roast that bitch. Hard. So hard to the point that it makes her emotional because you roasted her so hard. I'm telling you right now, do it. Roast her. And don't even hold back at all. Roast her. And like I said, guys, women can do anything. They're not demonized. We can do everything perfect, hold a standard for ourselves because our lives can matter, and we are demonized no matter what. So this is the video for today. I'm telling you guys full well right now, everything I explained and described in this video is the truth. It is. There's no ways around it. This is not biased. This is what it is. I continuously have experiences myself. I continuously see things myself. You guys have no clue. And this is what it is. This is what we're in. And like I said, you only got to get lucky once. It's pretty sad that in today's society, and I've had guys that I know, they're with their girl, they're married, they got a kid and stuff like this. Man, I was so lucky, and oh my God, I got lucky, man, da 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 da. People know how lucky you gotta be to actually get a decent woman that has the look that is your standard. That look of arousal, that look, you either have it genetically or you don't. Every human being is different. You can still be not bad looking, but not someone's type. I am that for certain people. You are that for certain people. That's how it is. Some people find it one of the most attractive things they've ever saw. Some people, yeah, he's good looking, but he's just not my type. That's what it is. There's types. It doesn't just automatically make you ugly if somebody doesn't want you. Sometimes that's the case. Sometimes it's not. You either are or you're not. And like I said, you only got to land one time. So stay patient, keep doing the work. That's all you can do. Other than that, do not accept any fuckery into your life. Don't accept any BS into your life. No guy or girl should do this. Just be patient and keep doing what you're doing.